How's it going, boys and girls? Data here once again with another little experiment here on NHL 20 franchise mode. Today's simulation will be with the first, second, and all rookie all-star teams that the NHL just named about a week ago. And we're going to put them all into one team here, the New York All-Stars. The NHL situated their main office in New York. We're replacing the Ottawa Senators, as always, the lowest rated team on NHL 20. So we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. Atlantic Division, etc., etc. And owner mode off, salary cap off, head coach out of the line off. Just no injuries, no trades, no nothing. We just want to do an experiment of pure simulation. The NHL named all these teams, as you can see in the images on the screen before you. The first team, the second team, the all-rookie team. And we want to see how do these guys actually match up to the rest of the NHL if they had to come together and play on a team. We saw that when we played with the all-Hart nominee team, that although they had a decent season, they did not make it very far in the playoffs. So hopefully these guys can have a little bit more gel together, since they are not all MVPs per se, but just all very good players that the NHL recognized. So as you can see on the screen before you, the first NHL All-Star team is Panarin, Draisaitl, and Pastrnak. On defense, Josi and Karlsson, and between the pipes, Connor Hellebuyck. On the second line, you have Marchand, McKinnon, and Kucherov, and the defense being Hedman and Pietrangelo. And then on the goal between the pipes, you have Tuukka Rask. For the all-rookie team, it is Kubalik, Suzuki, and Olofsson, with Hughes and Makar on the back end. Goalies Elvis Merzlikins, but you can only play two goalies, so he's going to be a healthy scratch. And for the fourth line here, since there's no third all-star team, I just had to go by Hart votes. You'll see on the screen right here the Hart votes. So the next three forwards are Malkin, McDavid, and Eichel. Well, McDavid, Eichel, and Malkin. Malkin tied with Austin Matthews, but he had more points per game than Matthews. I think just 4 points less in 20 games less. So Evgeny Malkin, I decided to put him on the fourth line. I'm not going to go ahead and touch chemistry or anything to try to get +3s in the lines or whatever. The +1, +1, -1 is just enough like that. I'm not going to go ahead and touch anything. So we're just going to simulate like that. We have the first team All-Stars, the second team All-Stars, the all-rookie team, and then the excess Hart nominees that would make up the third line forwards of a third NHL team. Then the first, second, and third pairs. And between the pipes, I'm sure Connor Hellebuyck will end up being more of a backup, as Tuukka Rask will probably get more starts since his overall is higher, but hopefully they'll be able to share the crease. If we're going by absolute technicalities, I suppose it would be Connor McDavid center, and then on the left wing it would probably be Alex Ovechkin, and on the right wing like JT Miller or Patrick Kane, if we're going just purely by positions. But I'd prefer to just, it's a roll three lines coach. They're only going to be playing like 6 minutes a night. I'd prefer to just do it like this. Special teams, I'll fix it so that these fourth line guys are never playing in it. And then let's kick off the simulation and see how this team does when facing up against the rest of the NHL. And once again, we'll go by Hart voting. We'll give Leon Draisaitl the C on his jersey, and McKinnon and Panarin can be the alternates of the New York All-Stars, who will try to prove to the NHL that they can come together and actually beat the broken AI of the EA simulation engine. So we're going to sim through the preseason, go through the season itself, and I'll see you once we have a better idea how this team is looking around the 41 game mark. All right, so through 41 games at the halfway mark, we're 25, 13, and 3. To have 25 wins in 41 games is good. Not ideal, I guess, for a team of this caliber, with a top 6 that is easily the best top 6 in the history of this league, and a third line with great rookies, and a fourth line of monsters. See, McDavid has 20 points, playing only 8 minutes a night. Meanwhile, these guys at the bottom, Cale Makar only has 6 points, Pietrangelo -7, Hedman -3. This guy just won the Conn Smythe. Put some respect on his name. But Marchand, McKinnon, Kucherov, obviously the top 6 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the top 5 forwards. Karlsson has more than Pastrnak, but forwards are doing well. Goalies, Tuukka Rask, 7, both goalies with barely 900 save percentage. That's the biggest issue with the EA NHL 20 franchise mode sim engine. Tuukka Rask and Connor Hellebuyck will have barely 900 save percentages. And then, who's at the top of the NHL? It's like Hunter Jones and Elvis Merzlikins. Let's see. Best goalie in the NHL at the moment. If we're it's the other Tuukka Rask. Sorry, it's his evil twin brother. Vasilevsky has a sub 900 save percentage at 899. Jonathan Bernier has as good numbers as Tuukka Rask pretty much for save percentage. It's just hard to watch. Pekka Rinne has a sub 900 save percentage and over 3 goals against. We'll check back in closer to the end of the season, but if you've seen franchise mode or if you've played franchise mode, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So see you at the beginning of the playoffs. All right, so closing in on the end of the season, we're not going to be winning the President's Trophy. We've passed 50 wins, which is nice. Almost a very close, very similar, almost identical record to how the Hart nominee team did. We finished 52, 26, and 4. A very good season nonetheless, but when you have a top 6 like that, no players hit a point per game, once again proving how the EA system can't handle too many star players, and it starts to just get flustered. In the entire NHL, where were we? Okay, we were third. But we had great teams in our division. Power play percentage of 25, PK of 83.6, and Brad Marchand led the way with 80 points, we said. But all because EA has deemed him to be a two-way forward. He can't score or get more points than that. McKinnon, 77, Draisaitl, etc., etc. Pasternak, a -3 with 63 points. Really weird totals. How did the rookies do? The rookie line went 36, 35, and 34. All were pluses, so that's good at the very least. Makar only scored 16 points. Okay. Playing almost 13 minutes a night. Quinn Hughes playing 13 minutes a night got only 24 points. Okay. Pretty weird. And let's see the goalies. Let's see them. There we go. That's the EA we love. 37, 19, and 3 with a 900 save percentage was Tuukka Rask. Connor Hellebuyck barely any better. And in the entire NHL, let's look at minimum 40 games and sort by save percentage. Best was Robin Lehner. Then you have Henrik Lundqvist, who's buried 6 feet under. Mike Smith, who's been buried 6 feet under since the 18th century. Corey Crawford, Sergei Bobrovsky, Carey Price, David Riddick, etc. Corpi Salo was better. All these guys, every name you see. Aaron Dell, better than Tuukka Rask and Connor Hellebuyck. 82 overall. Whatever. Nothing new. Now let's head into the playoffs and see how this team does. They do have a lot of poise, so maybe that'll be the secret ingredient to make them get something going in the playoffs. You could have a team that does great in the season, but then has no poise and collapses, and vice versa. So here we go. Up against the Toronto Maple Leafs in round number 1, the New York All-Stars. What can we do? All right, now we're looking a bit better. Okay, not as much. Let's just end the misery. First round exit. Let's do it. 2-2 series, down 3-2. We got to win it in 7. End the misery, boys. Let's do it. Game 7. Ooh, Game 7 overtime win. All right, the New York All-Stars live to fight another day. Second round against the Boston Bruins now. The real Marchand, Pasternak, and Tuukka Rask. There we go. We take them out in 5. Washington Capitals now up against the real John Carlson. Okay, now the playoff here we go. Here are the playoff performers now. Here's the poise. Terrible season, weird numbers, and now here we are in the Stanley Cup Finals against the Vegas Golden Knights. Okay. Up 2-1 in the series now. Up 3-1 in the series. Can we close it out? Go 15. We go 16-5 and close it out in Game 5. First period, 1-0 Brad Marchand. Second period, 3-1. Panarin scores twice. Is it going to be a Stanley Cup for the New York All-Stars? Are we going to go get to see those beautifully atrocious jerseys that I made in 30 seconds flat? 9 minutes to go. And it looks like it with less than a minute left. Scores! Panarin, make that a hat trick. Check those jerseys, everybody. Enjoy. Hey, there's our mascot. Didn't even think about him. Panarin, great job. Very reminiscent of the Honolulu Husky jerseys. Hat-trick in Game 5 of the Cup Finals. And we do, with a 5-1 victory over the Vegas Golden Knights. We take them down in 5 games, a destructive run. 2-1, 4-1, 3-0, 5-1 wins. As it's an easy Stanley Cup for the New York All-Stars, which is a bit weird because you saw that the team was good but not crazy in the regular season. And you had no one who went above a point per game during the regular season. Here you have Panarin, who went 26 points. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players who went over a point per game. Pasternak was like 20 points below a point per game. He went 20 and 21. So it's really crazy to see the dichotomy between regular season simulation and playoff simulation. You have 3 types of simulation. You have slow sim, you have in-game, and you have calendar sim. And all 3 of those, if you do an experiment, will give you different results. Let's see Tuukka Rask's like 978 save percentage, right? 925 for him, 931 for Hellebuck, 4 shutouts for Tuca. And why is it? Because he has 90 poise. So all the poise boys came together. Let's check out the awards here. Nope, not ready yet. But just, it's really crazy. Like, if you go and do slow, like, if we slow simmed all these games, no chance it would have ended how it did. 2BC did an experiment of that once. In the first round, he did slow sims with his Bruins team, and they lost in the first round. Then he went back into the save file and did a calendar sim, and he won the Stanley Cup. Went back into the save file and did it again, a calendar sim, and he won the Stanley Cup. So it's really different. Then if you go in and watch the game, which I actually did for game number 5, but of course because the video didn't save, it didn't show me. It was 3-1 when we went into the game. It ended 5-1. We scored 2 goals in 1 minute because your players are that good and the cross creases are so broken and the AI of the goalies are so terrible that it's easy to score 2 goals in 1 minute in-game, but if you simulated it, that would never happen because it's already been predetermined. New York All-Star Stanley Cup champions. We beat the Vegas Golden Knights. Any awards in the NHL? Panarin wins the Conn Smythe. But besides that, no awards. So we had a terrible regular season in terms of how we could have done. We could have been way better. But in the end, we took home the Stanley Cup. So there's the experiment, my friends, with the first team, second team, and rookie all-star teams. We are Stanley Cup champions. So it's a little fun experiment. Did a lot better than the Hart nominee team. So if you'd like to see any other little experiments, how would this team simulate and could this team win a Stanley Cup? Let me know in the comments before NHL 21 drops, and we can still get a few of them in. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Link in the description for all the things you got to check us out on. The Discord server, the Twitter page, the Twitch streams. So be sure to check out all of those, and I will see you in the next one.